in my journey, and to be brought on my way thitherward by you. At first I be somewhat filled with your company, but now I go unto Jerusalem to minister unto the saints. For it had pleased them of Macedonia and Achaia to make a certain contribution for the poor saints which are at Jerusalem. So they made contributions, they made offerings to Paul to give to the poor at Jerusalem. And so that was why. He wanted to give to the poor, he wanted to fellowship, he wanted to encourage himself as well as others that are in the Lord. Last question, question number 10. According to Paul, why should Gentile believers help Jewish believers? So this part is going to continue over to helping the poor, actually, before it gets into that last part. Before I get to the question, it's going to talk about helping the poor. Early in his apostolic ministry, Paul had been asked to remember the poor in Jerusalem, something he was more than willing to do. To accomplish this, Paul and others collected money from the predominantly Gentile congregations to share with the poor disciples in the city where the church had been originally founded. Macedonia and Achaia were two major provinces of the Grecian peninsula, with Macedonia in the north and Achaia in the south. Numerous churches were planted in this area by Paul and his co-workers. Since he mentions Phoebe from the church in Cenchrea, the port from Corinth, Paul presumably wrote to the Romans from Corinth, or at least from that area. So he wrote from Corinth. There are, of course, many reasons why we should give to the Lord's work and to those in need. Obviously, if people are hungry and in need of clothing, it behooves us to meet these needs, just as Jesus commanded. While fellow believers should have priority, this does not eliminate helping anyone in need. As Paul wrote to the Galatians, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. On the other hand, we should not encourage indolence if people are unwilling to work. 2 Thessalonians 3:10 says, for even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any man would not work, neither should he eat. Another motivation for giving has to do with a sense of indebtedness to someone or some group. Gentile believers had benefited from the spiritual blessings first given to Jews through the gospel. They were, as Paul says, partakers of their spiritual things. Consequently, it was obligatory for Gentile believers to share their carnal things, that is, their material blessings, with their Jewish brethren in Jerusalem. Where Romans may not have been the easiest book of the Bible to get a handle on, it was Paul's premier epistle. Having a working knowledge of its contents is critical to a well-grounded understanding of both Christian doctrine and Christian living. Amen. So why should we give? Well, because God first gave to us. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth him should not perish but have everlasting life. So we know that giving is like an essential part of Christian work. And we know that he wants us to give not only our material things, but our time, our love, our compassion, our heart, our understanding. And of course, when those are in need, you can't just say, be warmed and be filled, and not give them those things which is needful for the body. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I hope this lesson has been encouraged to you. Spread the gospel. That's what the whole message is basically. To the uttermost parts of the world. Let your life be a ministry unto others. Let your light so shine before men, so they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And when they see your good works, and you hear them ask you why, now you have a gateway, you have an opening. Because obviously at work and other places, sometimes it's not the right place to just start spreading the gospel and talking about it. But when somebody asks you, hey, you got that opening, take it. Let them know the goodness of the Lord, what he has done for you. All right, be a blessing to everybody. Thank you. Love you. Bye.